Hey, how's it going? Real video game journalist Cranberry here. Just wanted to make a little video talking about a new development in the Ironmace Nexon situation. I personally haven't made any videos talking about this, mainly because there's plenty of people with a better understanding of the law making just better videos about it than I ever could make. Luckily for me, though, the subject matter of this video isn't really about the law, so I feel at least a little bit more qualified to talk about it. Um, it is weird. Today's video is going to be a little weird, but it's also kind of interesting. So, for some context here, in case you've been living under a rock, if you don't know about what's going on with Iron Mace or Nexus, Iron Mace is the game studio behind Dark and Darker, really interesting and good video game. I like it a lot. So I guess I'm a little biased in that sense there, but yeah, really cool, really good game. Nexon is a large Korean game studio, probably most well known for Maple Story, and uh, they're now, I guess, pretty well known for this legal situation that's been happening. Um, some of the developers at Ironmace used to work at Nexon. Nexon alleges that those workers stole assets and trade secrets for a project that they were developing, and used it to make Dark and Darker. The claims being made by Nexon are being disputed by Ironmace. So again, I don't want to get into that too much because again, not a lawyer, don't know much about the law really, so I don't want to speculate too much about the legal stuff there. But I will talk about what happened on March 31st, starting at 6:53 p.m. At 6:53 p.m., one of the Dark and Darker Discord admins named Lucy posted a GoFundMe link requesting financial support for Iron Mace, specifically for their legal fees against Nexon and the continued development of Dark and Darker. I won't read the whole message out; it's pretty long, but I'll give you a second to pause the video and you can read through it here if you'd like to. Okay, cool. Uh, at 7:10 p.m. EST, a message was posted by one of the Dark and Darker Discord moderators named Melly Mello, stating that they believe that Lucy's account may have been compromised and that the GoFundMe might not be a genuine GoFundMe and could be a scam. Again, here's their message. Take a second, pause the video, read that if you want as well. Right? Okay, did you read it? It's important. There's going to be a quiz at the end. Anyway, um, here's where things get a little bit dicey. And you'll just have to trust me and my integrity as a real video games journalist, since I don't have timestamps for all of these things in the upcoming section. When I first checked out the GoFundMe page, it was at 6:13 p.m. EST. In that 20-minute interval of when the first announcement was made about the GoFundMe page, it had managed to raise $46,647. However, a few minutes later, when I attempted to refresh the page to see if that had changed at all, the GoFundMe page no longer existed. One thing I want to mention too, real quick, going back to the Melly Mellow statement. Um, there's a little bit of wording here that's a little strange. I just want to talk about it real quick. Um, I don't again, Iron Mace, I should mention, is a Korean, and Nexon also are both Korean game studios located in South Korea. So there may be some translation issues here exactly, but it seems like there was an attempt to delete the initial message at first, and then maybe it was reposted a little bit later. I'm not sure. So the timeline here might be a little bit off in regards to the 6:53 p.m. EST posting for Lucy's GoFundMe link. Not 100% certain on that, but keep that in mind. Um. Anyway, just again, rough timeline. Just want to go over it real quick. 6:53 p.m. EST message posted about the GoFundMe page. That is 17 minutes later. There's a message posted saying that the GoFundMe may be actually a elite hacker hacking into the Iron Mace mainframe. Right? Hard to say. Roughly 5 minutes later, the GoFundMe page no longer exists. And everyone is confused. At this point, I think the fact that the GoFundMe page is no longer online might mean that the it basically has proof that the GoFundMe was fake, right? The whole thing is very suspicious, sus if you will. Then at 7:35 p.m. EST, it's confirmed by another moderator named, I think it's Shoxy. Not 100% certain on the pronunciation there. Sorry, Shoxy. There's a confirmation that the GoFundMe was actually real. In addition, they stated that there's going to be another announcement explaining what's going on here. Now, for me, at this point, I don't want to editorialize too much here. I am, as I said before, a real gaming journalist. I don't want to editorialize too much here, but what the fuck is happening at this point? It is so confusing. They're going back and forth, this, that, I don't know. I'm losing my mind. And there's two thoughts in my head personally. Either one, that the GoFundMe is real, and that the reason why it was taken down was because maybe it got mass reported. Right, makes sense. There is a report button at the bottom of the GoFundMe page, so could be what happened. On the other hand, I'm thinking, oh well, maybe there was a huge security breach at Ironmace, and maybe all of their Discord accounts have been hacked, and they're all, you know, trying to keep the grift up here or whatever, right? And all of their accounts are compromised. That one way less likely, but it is not impossible. But anyway, whatever. Um. Anyways, a little over an hour later, at 8:46 p.m. EST, another admin for their Discord named Grayson made an announcement clearing up everything. Again, you can pause the video for a second and read what it says here if you'd like. There you go. So I'll quickly summarize it too, because it is pretty important here. If you didn't read it or can't read, I guess, I don't know. Basically, the Ironmace people were discussing the possibility of crowdsourcing funds. Lucy, the admin there, kind of jumped the gun and started the GoFundMe without permission. The GoFundMe was then paused, and there will be more news about what's going on with it later. Yeah, it's pretty weird. It's pretty strange. On one hand, I do want to say that I see where Lucy, the person who initially started this whole thing, I see where they're coming from, and also it's kind of badass to go rogue and just do this. Like, I kind of respect it a little bit. However, on the other hand here, holy shit, this was so unbelievably blundered. The whole thing is a huge shit show. It's a huge mess. More or less just an unforced error, basically. I don't, what were they thinking? But I don't know. And I listen. I'm no GoFundMe historian. This has got to be one of the worst rollouts of a GoFundMe in the history of GoFundMe. But with all that being said, there is a silver lining here that I want to talk about real quick, and that's the fact that there's clearly, a fan base here for Dark and Darker that is willing to support Ironmace. $46,000 is an insane amount of money to raise in 20 minutes. Keep in mind, right, with a fundraiser like this was purely just through the people who immediately saw the announcement in Discord. There's pretty much virtually no word of mouth advertising here for this. It's just all the people in the Discord who saw it immediately in the first 20 minutes. Right? That's insane. That's a crazy amount of money to raise in that short of time. So there's no doubt in my mind that they could easily raise the $500,000 that they were asking for originally. Assuming that when, or if and when the GoFundMe does roll out, it isn't a nightmare like this. Not to be rude, but this is kind of a mess. It's kind of real real sloppy. But anyway, in conclusion, was weird. Hey, listen, I hope Iron Mace wins their legal battle. Again, don't feel qualified to talk about the details of it really, but I hope that things go well for them because they seem pretty cool. I like them. I just generally hate, hate big corporations. So I don't trust Nexon as far as I can throw them, but whatever. And I do want to say, hey, if they do decide to do a GoFundMe, you should consider donating. Uh, just because they did a bad job of rolling out the GoFundMe does not mean they don't deserve money. That's kind of a weird way to think about it, I think. They still, deserve your support still. And you know what? I would again, the situation is still kind of fluid. I don't know what's going on with it exactly. They might change their mind and decide to, just immediately roll out the GoFundMe page. If it does exist, I will make sure to update the description. If you want to check out down below, check out the description. Maybe there will be a link there to the GoFundMe. Maybe there won't. Who knows? Have a good one. Thanks for watching the video. Have a good day. Bye.